Hello everyone and welcome back to Ron Sexton Art, and I am Ron Sexton. Today we're going to do another 20 by 20 canvas using the blast blow technique. I have a collection of leftover paints on hand and we're going to use all of them and see what kind of results we can get. The colors I'm using today are from Winsor & Newton, the cadmium orange hue, from Atelier using the Prussian blue hue, from Golden using the teal, from Arteza crimson red, from the Da Vinci Payne's gray. We have a little bit of golden azo gold left over, and we're using the golden iridescent fine gold. As a cell activator using the Amsterdam titanium white. All of these colors should go together. The only one that is possibly questionable would be the Winsor & Newton cadmium orange hue. But yeah, why not? Take a chance. It is a mishmash of colors, and we'll see what we get. Before doing anything, I'm going to spray down the back of the canvas with a mist of water to tighten up the canvas. It just prevents the paint from sagging in the center of the canvas, seeing that it is a 20 by 20. Okay, now we're ready. The pillow paint that I'm using today is PPG Multi-Pro. I want to put down as little as possible because I do not want all the paint to go flying off the canvas onto the table. So I try and keep it as thin as possible. I can always add more paint on the edges if I need to, but by keeping it as a thin layer, it prevents it from flying off the canvas. Okay, putting down the paints. The first one I'm going to use is the little that I have left of the golden azo gold. I'm going to finish this one off. It's one of my absolute favorite colors. It is translucent, but it is just a beautiful, beautiful color. Get all of it I can. And on top of that, I'm going to put the golden iridescent fine gold. I'm going with as big a puddle as I possibly can. I want a large target when I hit it with the blast blower. On top of that, I'm putting the Atelier Prussian blue hue. Then we're going to put down the Arteza crimson red. Then we're going for the Da Vinci Payne's gray. On top of that, we're going to put the Winsor & Newton cadmium orange. Not sure what we're going to get with this, but it is a beautiful color. Then we're going to do a repeat. We're going to come in with more of the iridescent gold. more of the Atelier Prussian blue. adding more of the crimson red. And more of the Da Vinci Payne's gray. Now we're going to put down our golden teal, which is going to be the color that I use underneath the cell activator. I like to use an opaque color. Cell activator is Amsterdam's titanium white. I'm going to put a big dollop of that right into the teal. So there we have it. We have a solid amount of color sitting in the puddle. Again, I like to have as much as possible for hitting it with the blast blower because it's really strong and I want to avoid getting pillow paint. The supercharged blower that I'm using is something that I was able to acquire from Temu. If you are looking for one, just go to Temu and do a search for supercharged blower. Turning it on, putting it up to full strength, which is P4, and getting ready to aim. From all the testing that I've done, my goal is to aim into the back of the cell activator, keeping it low down and sort of perpendicular to the canvas so that it's not digging in but blowing forward. I'm doing everything I can to avoid getting a bloom. I'm just so over blooms at the moment. So I'm trying hard not to keep blowing from the center into the cell activator, and also hitting some of the edge, so not getting any of the cell activator into it. And it's just a matter of looking at composition and hitting it again and again until I'm satisfied with what I see, and knowing that when it gets spun out, it's going to grow. I love the splatter effect that's on the edges, that sits on top of the pillow, that's on the surrounding areas. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. It certainly is mine. Okay, I am happy with this. This shows great promise as to what it will look like once it gets spun out. Yeah, I like it. So one of the things that has to be done is to pop all of the bubbles that happen. When using the blast blower and blowing into the paint, it will create a whole pile of bubbles, some large, some small, but there are a lot of bubbles, and it's super important to pop them. Now, in the process of popping them, you're going to get a lot of them that are going to have color underneath them. It's not going to be pillow, it's going to be color. So you may end up with a red on top of a blue, or you'll get a little bit of a design. You may get something that has multiple colors in it, but it's really cool that when doing it prior to spinning it, they're small, but then when you spin it, they will grow and grow. The next thing I do is use a pipette and pull out all of the extra cell activator from the center. Steady hand is really handy here, but get as much of it out as I possibly can. Just a little bit more cell activator to pull up, and you can see what a difference it is from what it was with all of that cell activator sitting in the center to what it is now. Now, if we left the cell activator, we would end up with this foggy white spot in the middle. Not my preference. So taking a little bit of extra effort and pulling up all of that extra cell activator certainly is worth the extra effort. Again, there's some bubbles. Going to go back and finish popping everything that I can. Again, important to do it before spinning so that they don't pop afterwards. If you don't pop them, when it dries, they will pop, and you will end up with a pile of, in most cases, white spots. All right, taking another look at this. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. Looking for any larger bubbles and making sure that they're all gone. Doing a slight tilt on the canvas just to make sure that everything is fluid and moving, that nothing is stuck to the canvas, that I didn't blow too deep in the center, that there isn't enough paint to move it. All looks good. Giving it an introductory spin, which is a really soft spin, just to see where everything is going to go. Yep, and already, wow, look at that. It is taking shape. Moving the canvas and cheating it to skew it off to one area where I want the paint to move. I want it to move in that direction, so cheat the canvas in that direction, give it another soft spin, and follow the paint and watch it as it's spinning to just ensure that it's going exactly where I want it to go. And yes, that did work. That went exactly where I want it to go. I want to keep as much of the negative space as I possibly can, because I love that splatter effect. I'm now cheating the canvas into the other direction because I want to move the paint to that side, giving it another better spin. You can see that the canvas is not sitting center, but the paint is moving perfectly where I want it to move. Take a look at the bottom towards the left and you can see some of those circles. They look like little pebbles. Those were bubbles that were popped, and now they are showing color, and it really does add to the painting. Move the canvas back to the center of the spinner. I'm happy with the positioning of where everything is. And now when I spin, I want it to go evenly. So going to give it another good one. And yeah. Yes, everything is moving perfectly. I'm going to reposition the canvas again to cheat it where I want the paint to move down to. I want it to come down off the bottom of it. So give it a good spin, not too hard. Learn the hard way. The canvas will go flying off the spinner. And yeah. Yes, it's doing exactly what I wanted it to do. I am just thrilled by this color combination. The colors that are popping on this are stunning. Absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Looking at the four corners, I noticed that they're not fully covered with paint. So I'm going to scoop up some of the paint that is on the edges of the spinner and fill in what needs to be filled in. I'm really particular about making sure that the sides are perfectly covered. It's really, really important, and adding a little bit of paint to the four corners just gives it that finished look as well. And if one of the corners, like this one, has some color on it, I just go looking for that color on the spun paint and pull some up and just fill it in. I am really pleased with how this is turning out. Yeah, this is such a collection of beautiful colors. Taking my tweezers and checking the thickness of the color in the center. In this case, it is still a little bit too thick. I have to get rid of some of the paint. Got to be cautious that don't leave too much paint in the center, otherwise there's a great possibility that when it dries it will crack. So to move the weight of the paint from the center, tilting it up, letting the paint slide down a little bit to get it off center, and then repositioning the canvas back to the center of the spinner and giving it another really good spin will help get that paint that was sitting dead center spread out on the rest of the canvas. So here we go, give it a really good spin, and keep an eye on it that I don't want to lose the composition and important parts that I really like. Give it another spin, this time in the opposite direction. I know most artists say that doesn't make a difference which direction you go. I like going back and forth because I do feel that it does make a bit of a difference in how things get skewed. Yeah, okay, so this is looking fine. And taking another look at it for any bubbles. I'm going to give it one more test in the center. And yes, it is perfect. Just the right amount of paint. It's going to dry hopefully perfectly. I cannot stress enough how important it is to eliminate as much of the bubbles that are on the canvas as possible. You will be doing yourself a major favor by getting rid of them ahead of time. Now, it's been spun out. I still see some bubbles. At this point, what usually happens is underneath, when popped, it is going to be the original pillow, very thin coat of it, or it'll be the white canvas. So it's just a matter of keep popping onto the bubble to pull the color, the surrounding color in to fill in the white spot. Yeah. Taking one final look at the painting, looking for any more bubbles or foreign items, making sure that it's all perfect. Looks really good. I love this painting. These colors are spectacular. Who knew from a mishmash of colors that were still on hand that it would turn out looking like this? Here's a slow rotation of it, and I'm going to give you a multi-angle of the 4 cameras that I use. And then we'll take a look at the dry results. Here's the dry results. The shimmer of the iridescent gold fine, and the reds, the orange, the teals. This dried absolutely beautifully. I'm really pleased with this painting. So, if you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing and hit the thumbs up, and look forward to seeing you on the next video. There's a lot more paint to pour.